one of the things you have to be aware of is if you get into that garden too early. And we saw that in 2020. And they planted too early, and we had a cold front, cold snap that came in, and it just crushed those warm season plants, such as tomatoes and peppers. So it's a good idea to have knowledge of when your average frost-free date occurs in your area. And there's plenty of references out there to view those frost-free dates. You can cheat a little bit and plant earlier, but you should have some protective structures on hand or nearby to protect those warm season crops, because they are sensitive to that cold. And so you could put maybe sheets over those plants if a frost is coming in that evening, or some water structures that retain heat and emit that heat at night. Typically, most of our vegetable plants like a pH range of about 6.5, slightly acidic. If you recall, our pH range is from 0 to 14, 0 being very acidic and 14 very basic alkaline. And so we like it almost neutral, just a little bit on that acidic site. You can eyeball it, but you have no idea what you're doing. So we recommend doing these soil tests. And what you do is take a soil sample. You can send these soil samples off to Penn State. There are other outside entities that do this also, private businesses. But basically what they're doing is testing that pH range. You get those results back when you send your sample in, and it tells you what you need to do to modify that soil for your vegetable garden. Do you need to add some lime? Is it way too acidic for your vegetable plants? Or is it on the other end of the spectrum and you need to modify that soil? The thing to remember is that soil, over time, there's a leaching process, there's erosion. Plants take things out of the soil. So you don't really have an idea what you're doing unless you do a soil test. So that's something that can be done now. And it's better to do it earlier than later, because if you have to modify that soil and add things, it takes a while for that soil chemistry to change, to react.